You are now locked in to Straight Blunt Podcast.
What's up? Coach PR alongside my co-host Nino. Where you at, Nino?
We're back.
With a special guest, straight blunt guest, my man Gato.
What's up?
Gato, man. Thank you, man. Gato. Did I say it right? Because there's some Spanish said.
Yeah, you said it right.
Gato or Gato?
No, it's Gato. The gancho is
people that don't know that in Spanish, it means cat.
Yeah, it means cat.
And he's representing the Underground Review.
Yes, the Underground View
podcast
is on Instagram at the Underground View. Twitter handle's coming soon, but you can check us on Instagram right now.
Okay, so Nino, I asked Gato to come here because he put something out earlier this week, and it was the top 50 list everybody puts out, top 50 hip hop rapper list for hip hop, right? Greatest of all time.
Yeah.
Then he puts out a 50 top lyricists.
Lyricists, yeah.
I have a problem with his list, so that's why I called him.
Lyricists and then rappers?
No, I have a problem with the rappers.
It's a lyricist list.
And then the rappers, right.
Just making sure.
I have a problem with the rappers list. I called
Isn't
him.
it his opinion?
And he says, I don't know. So that's why I said, let's get him up here, because there's a lot of people, they have their own ways, their criteria. I wonder if it's, their personal criteria, or is it a hip hop criteria?
Yeah.
And is it bias, or is it the way they feel coming from their heart? So we're gonna break it down. We're gonna break this list down, right?
All right, let's get to it.
So
that's what I'm here for.
Let's go through your list. Tell me on your list on number one. Tell me your top 5 on your list, right?
Doing the rappers or the
rappers. Yes.
So this is the criteria list.
Tell us the criteria, right? Yeah.
We based it on bars and lyrical ability, catalog, and impact overall on hip hop and on the artist.
Okay, so is it bars first?
I feel like
or impact, but which one your criteria?
Well, I don't think one is first. I think it's more like a check, like kind of a checklist, and then you give it like a rating on a 1 to 10 kind of scale.
Okay, because catalog, I see catalog, lyrical ability. I just want to know which one.
Yeah, catalog. I mean, more music and like the albums, how great the albums were, and then lyrical ability is like.
So sales don't matter. Sales not mattering.
Oh, not for me. I think that goes on the impact. A little bit, like impact. It could be through your
impact. Music should be the impact. Was the music the impact, or
right? Because some people have an impact and then it just fizzle out. There's still no sales.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was about sales, then I don't think Nas would be one of the greatest, or even Rakim.
Right. So sales doesn't really matter.
No.
Okay.
No. Like you can add it as like additive, like on the impact part. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, good. This is going to be very interesting. Very interesting, bro. So, give me your 1 through 10.
So 1 through 10. This is we got 1 is Nas and 2 Jay-Z, but we have those interchangeable. For like, I figure it's more preference nowadays.
Arrows, right.
Yeah, it's more preference nowadays. Like as we get older, there's always a Nas and Jay-Z struggle, right? Mm-hmm. I learned to understand that people are gonna not move on Jigga and people are not gonna move on Nas. Pick a side, and I don't think one should feel any kind of way of being second to the other. So that's interchangeable based on preference.
Okay.
We got Pac 3 and Biggie 4. I feel they're interchangeable as well.
Right.
Then we got 5 Rakim, 6 Big Daddy Kane. Same thing, interchangeable, because I think those names were synonymous with each other at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
We got 7 M, Snoop 8, 9 Big Pun, 10 Andre 3 Stacks, and we got him interchangeable with Big Boy, and I got a perfect explanation for that.
Yeah. Let me hear that explanation.
So when you're looking at on 3 Stacks solo career, he doesn't really have one. Aside from his guest verses. So if we all love 3 Stacks. We call him an alien all the time. If I would have left him out the top 15, I would have heard hell. But if we're gonna go on his catalog and his impact, he's also with Big Boy. And Big Boy has actually a solo career. So if I leave him off the top 10 or top 15, or put him on, Big Boy has to be there with him because they have all albums together. Most of Andre Stacks, 3 Stacks is
But they do have solo projects.
They do.
Right? 3 Stacks. Which one is it? Maybe 1.
They both have solo projects. I mean, well,
I know Big Boy has his own solo career. I think it's 2 albums here, and then it's the Speaker Love box.
Right, the double
album.
Right.
So Big Boy technically has 3, and maybe Andre got like 1.
Right.
So I feel like 3 Stacks is an alien, like we all do for the most part. So I think that's why I put him up there, and we had to keep Big Boy kind of with him, and that's synonymous for me.
Okay. You have any problems with that 1 through 10? Nino?
No. 1 to 10, no, I don't. I mean, no, I don't have a problem with 1 to 10. I'm just wondering why DMX is at 12. But we'll get to that. I want to hear your explanation.
So you good with 1 to 10?
I mean, yeah, 1 to 10 is pretty good. I would swap. I mean, this is my own personal, but
For
like
sure.
you said, you know, the Biggie, the Pac, the Nas, the Jay-Z, I would probably swap a few of that. I love Snoop Dogg. Maybe the catalog wise.
Well, I'm thinking this is where we're going. This is what right. This is what that's my issue with it. Right. This is what made me call him.
Yeah.
Lyrical ability for me with I mean.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you think he be to you?
Not better than X.
Definitely not better than X. He's not saying nothing.
See, this,
but I feel like the
not even
his wordplay is fun.
Right. Catalog is deep.
His catalog is deeper than X's.
Everything else is on.
And his impact is bigger than X's in terms of worldwide West Coast. Let me finish.
Okay.
DMX is great. My issue with X's impact started was 99 with the 2 albums, right?
The only one that can do that.
Only one that
can do that. Platinum.
Listen, when I'm defending it, I don't want to look like I'm shitting on anybody that's because I love everybody that's except for maybe Wayne.
Right.
But look at that. Then you got his maybe 2 classics after. He probably has 4 classics hands down for me. Right? That's cool.
Who?
X.
Wow.
So
that's a lot.
No,
right? For you to even put him outside the top 10.
Sure. But we had him on 10. And the reason my argument was there was for 2 reasons. To be honest with you, 3 Stacks is better lyrically, right? That's why he's at 10. Snoop, for me, his impact on a whole coast of younger rappers. Everyone loves X, but I'm talking about a lot of people leave him off his 5. If you ever ask a rapper sometimes, and that's probably off the top of their head sometimes, they just let it slip, right? Yeah. Snoop never gets slipped off on Kendrick's. You got him on all these, like most of these guys will put him in the top 10. He's consistent. And he held down West Coast when Pac passed away for the most part. You got Dre there, but Dre's not a
consistency. Has consistency from what I'm
getting. That's what he has. And the catalog. And he has the perfect album in Doggy Style. Doggy Style was the first one, right?
Classic.
And I think it's a perfect album.
You just said.
Yeah.
X has maybe like 3-4 classes, right?
But now the lyrical bit, when you said, I think X has beautiful words and he puts things together and he's deep. But as far as like lyrical, like
X Body J,
he's lyrical.
He's not. Well, it's fine. We can get past it now. But so on a scale of 1 to 10, what do you rate X's lyrics?
I will give him between an 8 and 9. 8.
It's like a 7.5. Like bar for bar lyrical ability.
Okay.
He bodied Jay. That's what I'm gonna say. He bodied Jay.
And I feel like with the words
that's also momentum. That's also momentum.
Crazy momentum,
yeah. No.
His music is impactful in ways where
100%. I'm with you.
Right.
You get
chills.
X is the man, and I feel.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Nino.
It's like Snoop is impactful in his community. I know his story. I love
whole coast.
Right.
For sure.
Right.
The football team, he's down with the kids, with the community. I get it. My dad loves Snoop.
He's the most recognizable rapper around the world.
My dad loves Snoop and thinks marijuana is drugs. That just tells you alone how impactful that he is. Yes, but I just feel like, I don't know.
Listen, my boy, Mr. Collins, who's supposed to be here today, he wanted X at 10.
Okay, so.
But he was the one who put Snoop Dogg at 8. And we went back and forth, but I do really respect the impact part of Snoop's career. So I understand what you're saying.
I can see that too, but then
even if it's
not X impact,
that's it.
100%. But I think Snoop's catalog is pretty deep. And
it is.
Yo, you put my boy, which I think is Mr. Hip Hop, Mr. Def Jam, at 30. Now, you want to talk about catalog?
Let's talk about it.
You want to talk about catalog? You want to talk about lyrics?
Oh, God.
LL, Mr. Def Jam.
All right.
Who bodied people. He bodied people.
So,
you put them together.
But Styles could come before Snoop.
Facts.
But then I understand,
But I get what he's going
because the catalog, right, okay, he doesn't have the full package. LL has a full package. Explain to that.
A lot of people have a full package.
Not like L.
Yeah.
Not like L.
His catalog, so let me ask you, so who you wanted him, what, in the top 10?
No, LL Cool J.
You're talking about LL, right.
You want him in the top 10?
Which he should be if you got Snoop up there. If you have Snoop up there.
You're going to make me shit on, I'm from Queens, and it's going to look like I'm shitting on him to defend him. LL is great. LL has lyrical bars. He was a superstar in his era. You got, guys who are older than me have
3
an affinity.
decades. 3 decades.
going.
3 decades.
The third decade, let's not do that.
Third
Let's
decade
not
came
do
out
that.
2000. Look,
Let's not do
wait. The third decade 2000, he came out with the GOAT. Came out with the album The GOAT.
Paradise is very nice.
So what? That's what it was.
That's fine, but all right. So what I'm doing is when I'm putting the catalog to catalog, I'm just putting. All right. So name is
You listen when hard body stuff say that, but don't say that's not.
No. Because I love it. I love the R&B hip hop. I love the R&B hip hop.
Yeah, all the girls.
That's fine, but I'm looking at it as me listening to how I view hip hop through my ears. Like he didn't have moving shit to me. He had moving bars, like he was shitting on people when he got at
lyrics. So he had lyrics.
Yeah, he had bars.
Bars.
And for me, so what you rate bars? What you rate his difference in bars? Another 8 and 9?
Don't ask me.
10?
Don't ask me. I'm going to say 10.
Very nice.
LL's to me like he's a top tier MC.
No. Yeah,
He's tier 1 on with rappers. He's up there with Rakim and Coogee Rap.
He's passed him because of his impact and his catalog.
I said lyrical stuff, dog.
Lyrically wise, he would hang right with them.
Oh, he would not. But he is a dope. I think he's tier 2.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember that record he did with those guys? He had lyrics. He had Prodigy.
He has a
Prodigy.
On one track.
It doesn't matter.
He has a whole career of the bar shit with
but he has a career. He can do that.
My thing is, I get with there's an affinity to
from
that
cannabis. It's cannabis a lyricist.
Yeah, but I was making my top 10 tracks, and this record he had didn't even age well. That's out of my 10 anyway. Cannabis is this record, and he's a lyricist. He's on my lyricist list.
Okay, he's a
He has
lyricist.
it all, but let's be real. That was also momentum and popularity. That LL killed him for. Let's be real.
But he's a lyricist though.
I love LL. He's a man, son.
Okay,
that's what I feel like.
All right, so
but I hear you. It's an affinity. It's he close to your heart when growing up. That was one of your.
No, we talking about hip hop. That's the only why he's.
I'm seriously looking like LL. I mean,
Snoop
he said he's lyrical.
Slick Rick before LL? Are you kidding me? And you're talking my era. You're talking about my era. Slick Rick.
So all right. Come on, Gato. Let me tell you.
We got this young boy with Moses not in his head. Like, and he's 21.
You gonna let me explain?
20.
Slick Rick is probably the number 1 in that storytelling category. So if you're number 1 in that one category that you have,
no, he's not.
What you mean? Who? So go ahead. So name me one. Go ahead.
Biggie, then Slick Rick.
Biggie's a storyteller. Slick Rick.
Biggie's a great storyteller. He's probably he's second tier.
Max is a storyteller.
He's second tier to Slick Rick.
Oh my God!
And how he put it together? Yes, Biggie told great stories, but he did it in the shortest way. Slick Rick made it look like a movie, the whole movie.
Slick had 1-2 albums, bro. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, but if you listen,
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You specialize in it. So no, and my thing is that he did too.
Yeah, he's a father of storytelling. I agree.
And he's a father of it, but that doesn't mean he's a.
Yeah, but I'm about to say Biggie definitely told stories where I close my eyes and I.
100%.
100%. Stomping somebody with his Timbs. I'm there with Biggie. And I was there with X too. X was a great storyteller.
Listen, and another thing I said before I even did the first episode, we did this is a 3-part series on the I'm on Spotify, we on all podcast apps and all that. We did a 3-part series, and when I first started this, what I said was also this is this is all opinion based, any 50 list, any 10 list, right? But I also try to do this with like unbiased and criteria.
That's why I want to ask you. Like, it sounds to me that you're really doing it with your heart, also.
Nah, not at all.
Not at all. Kendrick, you fans of that?
No, I am fans of them.
He put Slick Rick before LL.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. I think there's an affinity for LL, and I can't be that guy. KRS-One is better than LL in terms of movement impacts. The guys he bodied a whole borough for hold up. First of all, KRS-One didn't want any problems with LL. Okay, that's why he went to MC Shan. Right? Shan was easy to take care of. LL was tearing Queens up. He did not want any problems. I agree with you.
With LL.
I agree with you.
Matter of fact, anybody back then didn't want problems with LL.
I'm gonna be 100. The reason I'm telling you, I experienced it like KRS-One, Big Daddy Kane, Rakim, and Coogee Rap. I look at those dudes as the godfathers and the forefathers of all the great rappers we like now.
Right, and this is no disrespect, of course, right?
Yeah,
right.
You know so, listen, I understand an affinity, and I guess maybe you can make, if you want to move them, maybe move that. And I also said when I started the first podcast, I said this is a 50 list, but these are guys who are, for the most part, all 50 feel like they should be here. Now, if you want to move people around, understand it too. For instance, Method Man, Redman.
Right.
A lot of people had an issue where we had him, and I understood that. But I also kind of based it on people that it's synonymous with.
Right.
Like every career, there's always someone synonymous with somebody else as one, two, three. You know what I'm saying? So Meth and Red hold it down together. But Redman, everyone thinks he's one of the great lyricists.
You got Drake at 32.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna put Drake at?
Wow. Let's ask
His ghost writing allegations, whether it's a one.
He's not the best. You can't take away greatest from that.
So 30. So
Kanye.
Let's talk about. All right, so who do you want to put him over? Because look, who we got? Where we got? 32. We got him over. First of all, two catalogs that are greater than his. Which is the Game and Rick Ross's catalog. They're better than Drake's catalog.
He's taking. Truthfully, I grew up on.
Prodigy is good. Great.
How far have you?
Slick Rick, I would take Slick Rick out of there. Before Drake. Drake would be definitely, if you're gonna do that, Drake is ahead of Slick Rick.
See, but that we put him down there because of the ghostwriting allegations, and he's never taken full accountability for that, fam.
You know how many people on here that probably have writers on here?
Who? Really?
Let's go. Come on, man. These people are probably on here that got writers.
Who?
I don't know, but I said probably.
Probably, so all right, but probably there are rumors, allegations.
You have Ludacris. As a lyric, like a rapper, like a lyrical. And I love Luda. He's not lyrical.
Luda's not lyrical.
No, he's not. Yo, he's not. He's witty. He's witty with his words. He's not a lyricist.
He's done it on type beats.
Oh my gosh, yo, I got a headache.
That's why I want to know the impact. That's where
Impact on Atlanta when he jumped on the scene with Southern Hospitality. That was a big movement. Now, you know, so it wasn't as big as Jeezy's movement in the South at the time, because we had kids rocking snowman shows, getting in trouble at school and all that. But Ludacris was a beast.
What did he do to make was impactful? What was he impactful for? He was cool. Everything. What did he do?
The videos. He was another version of.
Did anybody start dressing like Luda? Did anybody just doing like this? This was, to me, is an impact.
I mean.
No, but I feel like I get that. No, because clothing and all that, but impact is various forms. But I think Ludacris' impact on the South when he jumped on the scene.
He has an event that he does.
Matter of fact, if he was in the streaming era right now, when he dropped the first 3 albums, he would have led streaming for 3-4 years straight.
No,
Luda was wilding out with hits.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to
Crazy,
figure
man.
out.
That's disrespect to my man Luda.
You got Luda before Drake. You got Luda before LL.
This is ghostwriting allegations. Matter of fact, he's even lucky he made this list for me. That shit is big. Because, you want to know why he's even more big with Drake? Is because one, he hasn't taken full accountability for shit. He dances around the shit all the time. Fine, cool. And another thing is he tries to drop down to like Styles P said, which I love. That's why he's a real motherfucker. He said, you can't drop down and try to make the rules down here and be up here too. Talking about the Pusha T situation.
Right.
And that's the truth. Talking about it's not unfair. And
yeah.
That stuff is he's like the A-Rod of hip hop. He's unauthentic and everything he says. So listen, he's great as an artist. I just don't think rapper wise. So I'm gonna put him here because of the impact. Impact Drake has had. Drake is artist of the decade. And I'm not a hater because even if I don't fuck with you, I'm gonna tell you this: Drake is one of the best artists to ever touch hip hop. Period.
I'm just so I'm still boggled by LL. The man
that
had he was very influential.
I know he's
had dudes
superstar.
rocking their one leg up. Kangos.
Why do you have
everything? He had everything.
I just think his lyrical ability doesn't match up with the guys that were here for me. That's for me. But I hear you though. Like I'm not even mad at that.
Right.
50 Cent, Mos Def.
Well, yeah. What about Mos Def? Mos Def impact on the underground scene.
Mos Def is fly.
And 99. 50. Alright, so 50 comes on this rappers list. That's why he wouldn't be on a lyricist list. But 50's alone mixtape takeover.
Yeah.
Everything.
Crazy. And Give It Your Right Try might easily be top 3 best debut album of all time, but top 5.
He had one of the best mixtapes too.
And then and he put the whole G Unit. G Unit has all classics. One classic.
Yeah. I'm not mad when you have him. I'm not mad at him.
He had a movement.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not mad. I don't know, but if I would move, I would definitely have him in the 20s though. I don't know about
50.
Yeah, or 30s. Like
I would too, but then I thought people were gonna give me that Queen's bias. But
no, but you got Ludacris before him. That's what's so crazy.
Ludacris' catalog is better than 50's.
Hell no.
In terms of
no
albums, not the one album. 50's one album dominates all of that. That's fine. But are we gonna go? I can't.
More albums or better albums? Because you have more, that means better.
No, he has
He got 5 mixtapes.
No, but
You know what his catalog, 50's catalog looks like? It's ridiculous.
People rebut me and you saying that he only has maybe one classic and two, 3 dope albums.
2 classics.
But then the mixtapes are great.
2 classics.
To the classics. I'm not disputing that.
Get Rich or Die Trying and The Massacre.
I'm not disputing that.
Both
I'm
classics.
saying everybody else would say would defer on that. Not me. Get Rich or Die Trying easily is one of my top 10 favorite hip hop albums of all time.
Probably the top 3 hip hop albums of all time.
That's what I said, but people don't say that.
Definitely.
When I name something that I really like and I give it like a top 10, I really mean like a top 4.
Yeah.
But I just try to be a little devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but,
like Biggie, Jay-Z, Nas, and 50, the best albums. Like
hands down.
hands down. Even Snoop album is up there.
And that's what I feel like. I think what's this one dude that used to be in the barbershop with us? Tall dude.
Sai.
Yeah, Sai. He said talking about get Guru the fuck out of here.
And I was gonna have him up here because
Guru. You're good Guru. And Premier and the whole Gangstar movement, this is 2 dudes that are not even from New York. And they shaped what we deem the New York sound. Like, that shit is crazy. Guru and him have easily 2 classics.
I wouldn't put Guru as top
rapper?
lyricist.
No, he's on a rapper's thing.
He's on both.
Like hip hop, you have them both top 50 rappers. Well, you have them. I guess so. You have them top 50. I don't.
And another thing, I always say about these lists, we talk about lists and how everyone's doing them and shit. Like,
but Mace is better than Guru, so I don't know why Mace is 50.
Yo, I was
right. Mace was better than Guru, lyrically wise.
The only reason
catalog wise, impact wise, like everything Mace has better than Guru.
I don't know because Gangstar is.
We're looking at Gangstar, or we're looking at Guru.
I know, you're right. So my thing, but the thing is with Mace, me and you could think that, right? We held him a little lower. Like I said, I was trying to be not in my own head because I think. My boy thinks Mace should even higher. Like he thinks Mace, the impact that we think he had in Bad Boy, they fucked
Murder Mace?
Yeah. No, but even that. Murder Mace was one thing. That was pre the shine. What I'm saying, when he did the impact wise, when Biggie passed away, that was basically almost a fumble by Bad Boy. And what Mace did is pick up the ball and took the whole game to another level.
Right, so you got him at 50.
But that's because I wasn't thinking, this is not my personal talk either. Because Wayne wouldn't even be up here for me. You know what I'm saying? This is based on trying. No. I think people hold Wayne too high of a prestige. You know what I'm saying? And granted, the impact is there because he made a bunch of littles. But look at what the game is like. The game is kind of trash because of the littles. And I deem myself not to use the word trash anymore. Not my cup of tea. But it's because of his impact. So, even though it was still big, was it a good big or a bad big? You know what I'm saying? So. Mace is there only because a lot of people have an issue with Mace being up there. And we were battling with Cameron and Mace at 50.
So you tell me Ludacris is lyrically is better than Common?
Is Cameron
there? He didn't put Cameron. He didn't put Cameron.
No. But they are. So Ludacris, when I rate Ludacris bars is 8 to 9. When I rate Common's bars is 8 to 9 or 9.5. Well, content wise, but Luda is nice, bro. I don't understand this. Lyrically, he's bar for bar. Did you hear him on I think he held himself really good when he was on with Nas and Jigga on the hip hop joint. My Spotify's not gonna work now. But the Love for Hip Hop, I think it was with Nas off the Theater of the Minds. He's on that with it. His verse is just as good as Nas and Jigga's. Yeah.
Luda's fly.
I don't know, man. Luda's impact is crazy. I just think I'm also a fan of Luda, so.
I get that.
Let's go to I have to go to the lyricist one now because you just gave me a crazy headache.
Okay.
But was it totally off balance except for some people that you had on there?
It was
taking your bias aside, Pete.
No. I'm just.
If they didn't have any
the LL thing just got me just crazy. Like you told me, Mr. Def Jam.
Next to them, I see the list.
Mr. Def Jam, but I'm saying that whole era, that whole time, so when Rakim dropped, the DMC. LL probably not gonna say he said that, but DMC said, "Yo, when we heard Rakim in that car." It was like the game changed.
It did change. I understand it. It changed.
And I don't think, from that era, that's another thing in my head. From that era, he's a superstar, bigger than all the forefathers we talked about. Coogee,
the biggest
superstar. Lyrically, he's last on that list for me.
Lyrically, he still maintained and sustained
himself.
With those guys. The three different eras.
And another thing, 50 isn't 50 so bad on rappers list. There's a million rappers in the world right now. I don't even think 100. I would go to 100. I think 100 of the greatest rappers, you are elite. If you're on 100 greatest rappers list on any list, you're elite.
Yeah.
So like I think someone said it was Cameron or someone or Fat Joe said I'm 47 or something. Like, bro, people you could think that you're the man, but let's be honest. When you look at yourself in the mirror to some of the gods and the legends, you know what I'm saying?
And being that there's so many
rappers?
artists,
There's
rappers,
so many
right?
rappers in the world right now.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's such a bad thing to be, you know what I mean? But let's get to the lyrics. You wanna touch on that?
Some of your go through your top 10.
I'm glad you
People.
have
got
Joel
you.
Ortiz on this.
Go through your top 10.
Well, so this list was, I'm missing one person, and I'm not trying to, like, we really forgot him. It's not trying to cop no plea because he's a favorite rapper. Fabulous. We left off this by accident. But this list was deemed faster. The other one we took a couple of weeks to curate.
Okay, so
We did this because some of my favorite rappers were left off that criteria list, obviously. All right, so we got Nas by Kim, Andre 3 Stacks at 3, Jay-Z 4, Black Thought at 5, 6 Biggie, 7 Eminem, 8 Pun, 9 Tupac, and 10 MF Doom.
Glad you got Pun. I'm really happy you put Pun.
Nino, what do you feel about his top 10? I see what you want to do with MF Doom and everything like that, but
3,000.
Listen, I'm not his biggest fan neither in terms of I listen to him all the time, but that's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper.
Right.
He's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. So, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't take that into effect. We like our personal stuff, but some of the favorite rappers that you like, they fuck with this person. You know what I'm saying? And he's king of the underground.
yeah, but that don't just because you king.
Lyrically, lyricist means and lyricist means various different forms. You got lyrical assassin, you got content, you got conscious, you got putting bars together. It has to hit. The words got to resonate with people too. You got the metaphor guys, the punchline kings.
Right.
So it's various forms, and it's not just all because people think lyricists got to be conscious. No, you got lyrical talking that fly talk. You know what I'm saying? Like Lloyd Banks was never a conscious rapper, but his metaphor and punchline game are up there. Pusha T, all he does is talk about is luxurious cocaine, but he's one of the best lyricists right now in the game.
I'm glad you got Joel Ortiz.
Joel Ortiz.
Yeah.
Never got the just shine.
So
Yeah, I think he's really underrated.
What's up?
So let me just tell you what I feel about.
What you don't like? Tell me what you don't like.
Tekashi 6ix9ine or something.
Yes, Tekashi on this list.
No, it says Tech 9.
First of all, I don't even see Lloyd Banks on here.
Yeah, Lloyd Banks on here. Come on, man.
43.
He's on here.
Yeah, of course.
43, definitely.
Banks will
Yo,
never.
bro, I'm about to end this right now. He has Prodigy, number 50.
No way.
Yeah, I do. It's my favorite rapper. Put him up against. So the only person. What I'll do for you, I can move him up a little bit.
Are you out of your mind,
Bro, let me explain.
Explain this, please. Prodigy,
A lot of these
number
lyrical
50.
rappers. All right, and he's one of my favorites.
Go ahead.
Bandana
Say
P.
God bless the dead. Yeah.
Being a lyricist.
He's rolling his grave right now. Go ahead, though.
I don't think so.
I think he is.
Man. Oh, you see the names he's next to? I don't think he's gonna be rolling his grave. There's different arsenals every lyricist have, right?
Please, let's explain this, bro.
So Prodigy really had just one style. And that's my only knock on my man Bandana.
So did Big L. But go ahead.
Okay? But Big L, he was more intricate in his vault work, man. He was
So
dissecting, he was a lyrical assassin. A lot of times, P has times where he's doing spoken word over a track, which is not bad because I love him. But what I'm saying to you is that, and granted, this list is not like more of like things can't move around in this one. Like I said, it was built faster,
He needs to move
and it was up.
Well, where would you move him at now? Because that's ridiculous, bro.
I could do like in the top 40. So listen, and I'm from Queens, so it looks bad because it looks like you're making me putting me against Bandana. Bandana's in my top 10 rappers of all time.
Prodigy,
Prodigy's
better than Big L.
Not lyric, not bar for bar, bro.
And they're right now going at it right now. Together right now. He's better than Big L.
Unfortunately, this is it's gonna make me say shit. I'm not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you.
Say it.
I'm gonna be so real with you. Prodigy's better lyrically wise than Tupac.
I would go with that, but the difference is, see, that's the versatility part.
That's all I'm saying.
Nah, you see, versatility, man. If you can be lyricist,
I love Pac, and I would agree with that.
you can see. You have to have versatility. So if you're relaying a message only one way and your bars only coming out one way, mad versatile styles, man. The way he started Hail Mary, the way he could do, and then he would switch it. Like it's just different.
Well, you know what?
The arsenal is what I'm saying. Where's your arsenal at? And like I said, I love P. P can move up to 40 because this was this just to throw the names on the 50 so you can reorganize it the way you want. So I just wanted to have my favorite rappers on here.
This is the same Prodigy.
Okay.
That's why this was from his heart. This is the same prodigy that Jay-Z said he's a problem.
Yeah.
He also said a lot of people.
He
arguing with your own person.
He really looked at Prodigy and looked up. He loved.
Like
Prodigy.
I said, this lyricist list is more we put together because I wanted to at least throw out the Joel Ortiz.
But you just said that you put him in the top 40.
I moved up to top 40, but you have other guys.
I want to put him in the top 20.
Jizza's a beast, and it's recognition too. You know what I'm saying? Jizza lyrically, I'm talking about bar for bar work. Taking all the accolades aside, taking all the sound aside.
Okay.
You go toe to toe. Talib Kweli's another one of that doesn't get the praise. Most Def, like.
I got another problem.
Again.
Sean Price.
Yeah, Sean P. God bless him.
47.
I said that. Yeah.
Content and resonating. Black Thought number 5.
Black Thought, okay.
Black Thought is this.
Black Thought is number 5.
Number 5.
So let's see. This is what rest in peace,
Black
Sean
Thought
P.
is beast. Black Thought is a beast. I want
Rest in peace, Sean P. Right. This is another thing we do. Right. We talk all this Sean P. now because people say, but
Scarface.
was anyone? I've never seen anyone in the last 15 years post
I have the pleasure to because I interviewed him. And P is nice.
That's why he's on the 50. What I'm saying to you is that music-wise, is it people not naming his albums that resonate with them?
Are we doing that, or are we doing because he's lyrically?
But lyrical goes with
which one are we doing?
If things sit with you too, right? Tupac's words, that's lyrics, right? Yeah. Those lyricists, they resonate with you. They hit you in the heart. How heavy are they? Do you remember his albums? Do you remember one-liners? People not.
But once you hear radio and playing all the time, of course you become.
No, stop.
You know,
you're not gonna do that here.
Yes, it was.
You're not gonna do
That's
that.
why I remember most of the stuff with those guys with radio. Some guys don't, like you said. Those guys that don't get on radio, does that mean they're not nice or they could assassinate these dudes?
Okay, but see, no, but that has everything to do with the lyrical ability. My thing is, lyrics. Papoose, for instance, he spits fire, right?
Yeah.
Dope.
Music does not resonate with nobody.
Right, he's not gonna get radio play. That's
But even without radio play, because these guys are not. Joel Ortiz got one-liners everywhere because his fan base holds him down. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying, and I love Sean P. That's why he's on here. Someone tried to argue, like, no, I said, listen, don't even come on here with the Sean P. shit. My only issue is that the words also, as great as they could be, if they're not resonating with you, that's what Jig has such an affinity for to all the drug talk rappers. Jigga was this, you know what I'm saying? That's why Nas is not to them because Nas was in the middle.
It's something else,
you know
right? Right.
So that's what I'm saying. How much it resonates. That's what lyricist means. Because the lyricist is people who can recite lines, one-liners, verses. Get what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying Pete wouldn't be up here if you want to move him up. My argument is I put him there only because let's be real. I have never, aside from maybe real hip hop heads like yourself, Sean P. After he passed away, everyone's on. No one ever put an album up.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
He would destroy Tupac. He would destroy Tupac.
Right, I get what you're saying.
Seriously. That's how I just look at it. No disrespect to Pop.
No, I agree with you. But I also said, when I use lyricists, I also feel like the impact the music had. Because a lot of his words, when he had those conscious tracks, them shits resonated with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dear Mama and shit. Sean P. the man. That's why he's up here. Dear Mama, I think the music too. So if you're saying words and no one remembers them, do they mean anything? Let's be real. Unfortunately,
it depends on like who.
Of course, and it depends on the fan base.
Right.
Like the whole Duck Down family, where they got a whole fan base and a whole following on them.
Right.
And I get that. The same way I feel about MF Doom. And I'm not even MF Doom fan.
That's what I'm saying. You put MF Doom up there.
But that's why I said this list you can move around however you feel. But I just want to throw the lyricist out because when I started making that first 50 list, I was getting hurt, bro, because I had to leave voice off, like Joel. My heart, I almost cried in the crib. Like I'm a lyricist guy, right? This is bars for me straight up.
Right.
So I made this more. This was made like in 2 hours on Henny. So we got all my names of the lyricists on the Henny, and just so I could feel good, and I feel like I feel like a sellout making another list because we based it on the criteria. And unfortunately, like Voice, I love Voice, right? And Voice right now has dropped maybe the last 3-4 albums. 2 of them might be classics, right? But his impact, did he start out well? Was he as impactful as he should have been?
You don't have a criteria list for the lyricists?
No. This is just straight bars. Impact of the lyrics, the lyrics itself, and the words. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
so you can move up.
Royce 5'9" would annihilate Tupac. Like, no disrespect again. Royce 5'9".
Again, it's just more of the powerful words. I think Royce will end up in the when we do this 10 years from now. I think Yeah, he'll be up there because his
Definitely
catalog,
top 20. Definitely.
and Joel, he's not done yet. And like I said, he started slow.
Yeah.
Right.
Joel Ortiz as well. He was starting to Interscope for so long, and it didn't move from there. Now House Slippers is a classic.
Classic. Mm-hmm.
But people also say classic because I said it. No, it's just listen to the whole album, concise, 1 through 14.
You could go one through the whole album
because it's not critically acclaimed.
Right.
Oh, now you're wilding. All right, whatever. I listen to albums from top to bottom, and all artists, even the artists I don't really fuck with, I try to get through it. If I don't fuck with them, on to the next one. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this list was more of me just having to put my type of hip hop on there.
Put the list
You feel me? Because like I said, I'm not a Wayne. Wayne wouldn't have been on there, and I actually had Wayne here only because the world. I have rappers say that Wayne is nice. Like Styles P, all these guys, Wayne's nice. So I'm like, if I didn't put it on there, like I did it for that. And my boy Cons, you gotta put him on there. Then I was like, nah, man, I want to put him up for Fab. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think, listen, no one really loves.
So where would you put Fab at?
I'll put Fab right there with Wayne, like lined up with him or a little higher.
Okay.
Yeah, a little higher. I think I wouldn't have Wayne on here, period. So that's a slot already for me. But the world has.
Right.
How many times we've heard that people think that he's one of the double lyricists? I don't see it.
People would definitely. I never heard nobody not when he talk lyricists not put Prodigy in the top 10.
Prodigy's my top 10 favorite rapper of all time. Bandana P all day. I just like I said, this can move anywhere. This list is less of a because I wanted my lyricists to be out there. You know what I mean? Because that's the shine I want.
You when you do the underground review, so how long you been doing the underground review
now? The underground review, I've been doing it now. I had the page open for 2 years, but now the podcast has been up and running for like 3 months now.
Right.
So we're up to episode 28. I just did episode 28 last night. Drops on Monday. Spotify, iTunes, rate us. Even if you're gonna listen to it in the background, put it on. That's it. But we've been doing it for like 3 months now. Me and my boy Ant, he's supposed to be the C mic, but unfortunately, the people I wanted as my B mic couldn't do it, so he ended up doing the first rip, and I was like, yo, I don't want to do this alone. It's just me talking. It's just me talking. I want rebuttal on devil's advocate conversation. You know, so he ended up doing the B mic, and everyone liked the flow. And he's not as into the newer stuff as I am. Right. He's more of a Wu-Tang head, one of those But when I put him on stuff, he'll listen to something, and we go back and forth. And people like the reception so far. I am looking for, still trying to get my man Collins on here, the one we did the list with. Right. But timing and working, people got to be able to make time for what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So.
And in that top list, top 50 list, for lyricists, I know me looking at that. If I was a female, I would have to be here. I know some bitches that will rip a lot of these dudes up.
I seen the MC Lion and Lauryn Hill or whatever, but I know that he was saying, what is it? Lyrical ability, bars. Well, that was just for this. What the catalog and impact, right?
Because Rhapsody would tear some of these dudes
100%.
up.
So now,
100%. But as far as
the reason, so there's a lot of guys we left off, new people like that, like Rhapsody.
Yeah.
I think Rhapsody is great.
A lot of female rappers like Lady Cher, she's from the UK.
Right.
She's a rapper, maybe not a lyricist, but
Remy Ma.
Definitely Remy Ma.
Remy Ma would tear some of those dudes up. No,
Remy would tear people up, but when she came back, has she really?
What's the impact?
I'm saying like.
No, what's the impact?
From Remy?
Yeah. Like what's?
I mean,
I love Remy too. I'm just saying.
Really, her only impact would be because she came from jail and got to be successful, right?
And she,
at the beginning when she came out with Terror Squad,
right? She was that chick when she came out, right?
Yeah, she was the first face of Terror Squad.
Right.
They held on to her. They took her out, like.
And nobody didn't want any problems with her back then. You know what I'm saying? When she was there, nobody didn't want any
problems.
No, for
sure. She's literally
had to bring it on that song.
But again, the music does the words that she say has it really resonated? That's what I'm saying too. Because like this is not because the words you're hearing is the music essentially. Right. So is there anything that you remember? Like there's an album that made you damn. Like it's not really for her. Like
Remy?
It's just tracks.
I mean, she had the tracks. Yeah,
no,
tracks.
Sure. One song that a whole like.
But he's talking like a whole catalog of.
The reason Rhapsody didn't make it because I loved it. She has
the album was super dope.
She probably has the third best album of the year this year.
Yes, definitely.
The only reason she has is just time. Yeah, I think time.
Oh, okay.
I did it also. You gotta understand, like people been around. I think she'll end up on this list. Period.
And that's
because she's gonna body most dudes right now in the game in general.
Right.
I love her, so that's not why she wasn't on. It's just time.
Okay.
Same thing with Freddie Gibbs. I think Freddie Gibbs needs one more classic.
MC Light and Lauryn Hill and everybody else he kind of paired them up with. I'm thinking everyone now that everyone's screaming for is not really
Benny's someone I think is gonna end up there.
Priority as far as catalog, lyricists, they not hitting except for like you said.
And they're relatively new. Like Rhapsody been out for 4 years, but you know her impact has been more this year. Right. And then when she dropped on Kendrick's,
like you said,
I love Rhapsody, so that's not why. We're gonna actually address that on our podcast because I got like Freddie Gibbs. I love Freddie. I think Freddie's. I've been on Freddie from before. Right. He had Pinata with Madlib, and that was a classic. And he had, I think, one more classic. He's gonna start shoot because he's a lyricist, hands down.
Yeah, he's dope.
And dudes like Mayhem Loren and Action Bronson, that just the career is still going. It's still relatively short. And that unlike J. Cole and Kendrick, that's what we had in there because they're not missing. Their career is trajectory right now looks like godlike MCs, like catalog wise and impact, like verse wise. You know what I'm saying? So
I see you have MC like Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, she's in the 60s for me. She's in the 60s for me. I love Queen, but I'm just saying.
Who you calling a bitch?
But my argument about that again, I always bring up: is it bad to be in the top 100? I don't.
No.
But I get what you're saying. Out of all those rappers, so like I said, we're gonna move it up and down and shit. But you know, I just feel like,
I had asked a question. Someone just sent me. They put EVE. MC Light, Queen Latifah. I said that too. Eve, maybe MC Light.
Because I noticed that a lot of people don't.
Brown.
Eve, Foxy to me was she nah.
The problem only with Eve because I love Eve. I think Eve is actually she's actually one of my favorite female MCs. Period. Problem is she just stopped.
Right.
She would have continued. She had such a great first 2
Her
albums.
future was looking very bright.
Yeah, she just
and she could have done both. Still kept the lyrical and with the pop lane.
Yeah.
She just bounced on us. She's like hip hop for me is not for me.
She did.
And that's why I kind of like damn Eve because I hold Eve higher for me.
Right.
She's higher than Nicki.
Right. I would have put her on the list too.
Yeah.
That's just only because she stopped. Like I said,
a lot of people don't include female artists, female rappers, especially in their list. And when it comes to their albums and why is that? Why do you think?
Catalog, man.
Huh? Well, you got people that do have catalog,
So Lauryn Hill, she was on here because of more of her mystique and her lyricist. But let's be real, she really has only one album, one classic. But we counted her work on it because if it wasn't for her on the Fugees album, there's no Fugees.
Right.
So we did that for her, right?
So we gotta give that album to her.
And unfortunately, my boy Connors brought up a good point on the podcast. You go check it out. He said, and this is not no knock on females, but females have a life and they get married and they
have kids.
They can't be in the studio. Unfortunately, I mean, I wish they could be back in the studio, but so their catalog dwindles down. They usually start out hot, 1 or 2 albums, the great female MCs, and then it stops. Either that or they go too pop.
Right.
That's what I feel. And like I said, I think there's a lot of female dope MCs, but let's put the catalog against each other. This is a male-dominated sport in a sense.
And not Hollywood like that.
No. She's Hollywood.
She does jazz.
Yeah.
She has a jazz album.
Yeah.
But Queen is a queen.
Queen's Queen. Nobody's taking that.
MC Light.
You could bring Queen out anytime. People will still respect her.
And MC
Light sang too.
Beast.
Eve, like you said, she transitioned and turned to got married, all of that good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nicki, lyrically she's dope. But then she transitioned to that pop shit.
And that's what I was gonna bring up. Like Nicki's album, as far as the lyricist, she's
great, yeah. But then she also has was 1 or 2, and then she went real pop with it, and it kind of I don't know, that kind of takes it away from me.
I think she was better. To me, she was better before she signed, before her album came out, lyrically wise.
Pop takes away.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Now,
because this is our culture of hip hop, and that's the problem.
You seen the interview like I did when they discussed with Drake.
Yes.
And they brought up how I'm not sure if it was that interview or the one that Joe Budden did on his show, but they said how Drake goes outside of his sound all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even with the the Jamaican, all of the UK sounds.
Yeah, he has different styles. She switched up.
Now you say you take Nicki off of that because she almost
not off, but it just
the same thing. But in a way, she went pop, yes, but Drake plays with complete different sounds. And still a great lyricist.
With Nicki, I think she went too
it's different.
He does it for different reasons.
Yes,
right.
There's different reasons,
and he's gay, right?
He's a cultural, and he's also a pop star for me.
I got it.
That's why I said that. For sure. Oh yeah. And even going back to the interview with Rap Radar when he was talking about that, he says, I talk to the big guys. I said, no one's gonna really shut you down. You're the biggest artist in the game. Artist. We're talking about rappers.
Right.
Let's just be real. The problem is people have an affinity for people for being like, oh my god, popularity. It's not a popularity contest to me. It's about content. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was telling someone, you know, not everyone's gonna agree with me. Everyone loves Jada, and it's not me. Shit. I grew to love Styles more as I got older because when I was younger, the fly bravado talk, the punchline shit was cool.
But when I got older,
I was like, oh shit, this motherfucker Styles. Man, Styles almost made me fight my homie in the car off a line. When your homie paid the rent for you. But he getting bent for you, and I'm looking at my man, I was like, word, man. You getting me drunk all the time, but if I needed some bread, it's just the thought process, and so Drake is a great artist, and he's not a bad rapper at all. He's dope. He has bars, and he can definitely hang. I just don't think, we confuse artistry with rapping, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what we do.
And when he does what, like you said, that's fine. But don't come down here and try to dictate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But like you said, and when he does those other like sounds and shit, they're not rap. He's trying to make pop songs with some other stuff. Like if he was doing the other sounds and still spitting, then I'd be like, okay, now that's something different. He's really mixing it in. He's really he goes to their genre of music.
Right.
So it's kind of like
he speaks the patois when the Jamaican.
It's kind of like what Sin said, culture vulture.
Yeah.
It is.
It is part. Yeah, it is. Like I said,
it is. At the end of the
when
day,
you say things about the biggest artists,
that's not a bad thing because a lot of people just culture vultures.
But then you have,
But then again, it is. It is part of hip hop. So if you go to another country and that's their hip hop, I mean, it is.
I'm cool with it. My only issue is that when he does it, it's already popping.
Right.
That's it.
Right. I wouldn't consider that culture vulture. That's not culture vulture.
And I look at the hater when I bring that up. That's all I'm saying. He's a great artist.
I was gonna say,
he's an evil genius.
Yeah, evil genius. Right.
I'm not taking that away from him.
If you listen to a lot of the Jamaican, the reggae, so they take the American
and they flip it into
yeah.
with this shit.
Yeah. What's the whole movement going on right now in the UK with the fucking what's the style?
Oh, Afrobeats.
No, the grunge. Grime beat, the grime shit. Yeah. That's a big scene. I haven't really been privy to one because I just heard an album from somebody. I can't. And it was a good album. I fucked with it. It's just that's when you go up here, we have a certain like. It doesn't have to be a certain style, but like we have a certain way of listening. If I can't understand every bar you're telling me, it kind of throws me off on.
But then it's not for you because it's hip hop is worldwide, right?
But it doesn't mean it's not great.
That doesn't mean it's not great.
Yeah, and I just listened to my homeboy Henrock. Shout out to him. He fucks with it heavy, and he's a big hip hop head when it comes to American hip hop and shit. And he put it up, and I was like, "What's this talking about?" Went to go listen to it. It's like, oh, all right, I fucked with it, but it's just not something I can consider. Something different, but it's cool. You know what I'm saying?
You have the ear.
But like I said, if you're onto it before it's happening, then it's different. But like you said, you get on it when it's already popping. Like the Migos movement when Jay got on that, they were already making buzzworthy news, and he switched his whole verse and style to sound just like them. Like if Drake would have just on every of those tracks, he'll be even better than what he is. When he does that corny, I flip it. People say Jay does that. No, Jay doesn't do that. Jay sometimes changes his cadence a little bit. Yeah. But the bar work, it's still Jay. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? For the most part. I mean, he has one or two verses that I didn't fuck with, but except for like that Future joint.
With him and
the keys. But
other
than that, but you hear Drake. Drake sounds like the artists that are on the track.
It sounds just like every time.
Yeah, it's like he switches his. It's like the cousin who comes to visit, and all of a sudden she has your language.
Your language accent.
Your accent.
Yeah.
Girl, you've been here for 2 days.
Be you, and it just sticks out more. You know what I'm saying? And those verses would be better if he just raps the way he raps instead of taking chance. You know what I mean? But
the underground review. Is how when you every week or how do you put?
We drop usually every Monday. My boy, if he has issues editing, usually every Monday. We're on Spotify, iTunes, all Anchor. We Anchor a few other joints, but all wherever you get your podcast that we're on right now. Period. We drop every Monday, and yeah, man, we got the 3-part series about the top 50. We're talking about it, reasons why, and again, like I said, we just feel these are some of the rappers that should be on here. And granted, like I told Sai. Keep Cameron. We had an issue because his catalog is dope. But lyrically, I hold him a little under than people hold him up.
Me too.
But the albums are dope albums.
The dope albums.
So I even told him, I'm okay with you switching Mace or someone on top for Cam. Like that wouldn't even bother me, the bottom 10. Yeah. But it's just, it's all based on opinion. And
so the next podcast, we're going to be playing around with it?
Yeah, I'm the lyricist for sure. Because, but yeah, that was just, I needed to get my favorite rappers out there. Like I said, Prodigy's one of my top 10 rappers of all time.
Hopefully he switches it up and we can see another one coming out next week.
On my page, I want to see the
We'll post it up.
Do the criteria one. The lyricist one, leave that one alone.
We're gonna post it up on our page. Tell us what you think about the underground review. Their top 50.
The underground view.
Underground view.
Okay.
Oh,
Underground View at the Underground View on Instagram right now. We're at the Twitter handle soon. Please check it out. Comment. I like the debate back and forth shit. As long as it's respectfully, I don't give a fuck. And I'm okay with it. You know what I mean? But I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you, man.
I appreciate it.
And this Saturday, make sure it's Saturday. We are at the secret location.
We will be hosting an underground smoke sesh, right?
If you wanna, smoke with legends and attend the secret session, hit us up on the DM, at Coach PR, at Straight Blunt Podcast.
Yes, at Nino, Ska,
that's SK.
Go to the Art Style and Music page. You'll see all the details. Link is in the bio. Or go to Straight Blunt Podcast. You'll get all the information as well.
Shout out to Magical Butter. Thank you. And we'll see y'all next week. Straight Blunt, Heavy Grind Media Production. Send.